on now to interviewing some of your mayoral and vice mayoral candidates. And we have in our Zoom room candidates for mayor and vice mayor from the village of Agat, who will be interviewing shortly. We also have candidates for mayor from Asan-Maina, and then we'll head over to Piti. So the rules of engagement for our forum: everybody gets 2 minutes for their intro, their responses to our questions, as well as 2 minutes for your closing statements. And we're going to begin in the village of Agat.
Agat! You got to say it like that, Bree.
Okay.
You say it with your chest.
I know how to say it.
I know you
well.
know. I know.
So we'll start with candidate for mayor. We have incumbent mayor Kevin Siswika with your introductory remarks.
Happy to everyone from our beautiful village of Agat. Mabuhay to one and all. Thank you so much to our dear people of Agat for allowing me the last almost 4 years the opportunity to serve you as your mayor. It has been quite an honor and a privilege to be in this position. We together in our administration with the vice mayor have done so much for our beautiful village, and it's our hope that we can continue to serve our beautiful people and to continue on with all of our projects that we have and that we've already delivered for you. We expect, of course, that with this COVID, things have slowed down a bit, but we always look for the brighter side down here in our village, and we pray for the best for everybody. And we still have many tasks that we have ahead of us, and many projects that we have that we would like to fulfill. And given that opportunity, I really look forward to serving you. We've delivered so much for our beautiful village down here. From just about every month we have something for our community, whether it's the Easter extravaganza, the Halloween extravaganza, of course Agat being known for the best festival in Ireland, the Agat Mango Festival. That only gets bigger and better every single year, and it's just unfortunate that we didn't have it this year, but we look forward to 2021, and of course having another grand festival for our people, not only for our village, but of course for the entire island that we can share. We've done again so much, from the renovations that we've completed, from the gym, from the senior citizen center, to our office, to all the way down to even just trying to get roads done and paved in our village. With the many challenges that we were faced, we were never alone, because we were always together with our people.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much for allowing us.
Right, we did invite your competitor, Mary Ann Charfris, to be on our program, but unfortunately we're not able to connect with her.
Right.
So we're going to move on to the vice mayoral candidates, and we'll start with Jocelyn.
Okay, Jocelyn is not going to, she's not making it either. She messaged me late last night and said she's working on some project in the village. So we do have the incumbent vice mayor, Chris FEJERAN. And Vice, if you could, we'll give you a couple minutes here to address the audience starting now. Unmute, Vice.
Good morning, and Alpha Day. Thank you, guys. I know you said that's enough with the thank yous for having you on, because it's a cat. I'm going to thank you guys again.
Right.
Hope everyone's well. My name's Chris FEJERAN. I'm the incumbent vice mayor of Agat. For those that don't know me, my parents are Robert and Annie FEJERAN. My paternal grandparents are Jose Babalta and Rosa Tapasnia FEJERAN. My maternal are Santiago Sustigir and Agnes Neredug Sucodito. I have 4 siblings: my sister Kathy, my brother Robert, my brother Sandy, and my brother Lenny. And I have a beautiful daughter, Jada. It's been an honor to serve the great community of Agat this past coming on 4 years. And I hopefully have the chance to serve again with my partner, Mayor Kevin Siswika, and continue to complete what we've started. There's been so much done in our community. I'm reiterating what the mayor said, as far as our gym being renovated, and the gym not only being utilized by our community, but also shared with Mount Carmel School. So, that's the partnership we have with that we try to build and build more on with the private public partnership, whether it be our mom and pop stores here in Agat or even the community itself. Just to name a few, the with the abandoned vehicles that the recycling project that we just did, we've hauled away maybe close to 200 vehicles just within this last administration, and that's quite an accomplishment considering what we were able to do with the funding that was available for us.
Thank you, Vice. Time's up, Vice.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to Asan-Maina, and we will start with Michelle TAITANO. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, Michelle is on the Republican side of the ballot. Michelle Hope TAITANO, again, mayoral candidate for Asan-Maina. Good morning, Michelle. You have 2 minutes to address the audience, starting now.
Woohoo! Good morning, Manana Sidus, Tauta Guam, Tauta Asan-Maina, actually Adelup and Nimitsil as well. I am Michelle Hope TAITANO. Hopefully you can see that. Just a little intro up front. I'm going to ask you, I humbly ask for your vote. I am originally from Asin. My parents are Jesus Leon Guerrero TAITANO, Pilar Cruz TAITANO, and of course they've gone to heaven now. I am a God-fearing woman, and I love serving people. I love taking care of things and making sure we run efficiently as we can. And with or without funding, I know we're so strapped. We've been so strapped. The government has been so strapped all these many years. But it's about networking and resourcing and finding grant opportunities. Thank you, Kevin and Jesse. You guys have really, I've seen a lot of work done in your villages, and if you guys can do it, we can do it too, and we can do more of it. And I'm running because I know we can make improvements and we can improve our quality of life. And so I am number one on the ballot, Michelle Hope TAITANO. And again, one of the things I'd like to do is establish a mayor's office, a site in Maina, so that Maina residents can also have direct access, a little bit more access, and a little bit more effective customer service up there in Maina. And of course, everybody can still use Asin and or the Maina office. So I humbly thank you, Jason, Chris, for just being able to be here, and Kat, to be here today. KOAM, thank you so much. God bless.
All right, we humbly say you're welcome. And now let's get on mayor candidate John GUMATAOTAO. He's running for Asan-Maina. Mayor John, we'll give you 2 minutes to address the audience, starting now.
All right, thank you. Thank you again, Chris, Sabrina, KOAM, and your following for allowing this opportunity to voice and vote out. My philosophy is treat others the way that you want your family members to be treated, with dignity and respect. I am the son of the late Antonio Sablan and Susan Santos GUMATAOTAO, and the great-grandson of Santiago Aflagui and Ana Limpiaco, who is a two-term former commissioner of Asan. I am also the grandson of Joaquin Sigüenza and Josefina Limpiaco Santos, former commissioner. Through my 25 years of public service with the government of Guam, my military service, and active membership in the parish council, I believe I will be able to lead and execute the duties and responsibilities as mayor and provide the resources the community deserves. I want to help make Asan and Maina better for future generations. If elected, my expertise is bringing the right people together to help solve problems. I am confident that the incredible Tautau, Asan, and Maina will accomplish great things together. So some of my goals for Maina is to establish a new multi-purpose court in the village by way of partnership with private landowners or either through a government of Guam land exchange, because we know that the resources of government land in Maina is very scarce. I also want to address the nearly a decade of issues regarding return lands, regarding the utilities and government services. For Asan, I would like to...
Thank you, John. Time's up.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
We'll now move to the incumbent here. Incumbent Mayor of Asan-Maina, Mayor Frankie Salas. Good morning, Mayor. You have 2 minutes to address the audience, starting now.
Good morning, Chris. Thank you. And Sabrina for allowing me for this interview. Anyway, I just, say thank you again for allowing me, and when it's an off day. And like I said, yes, I'm running for this re-election, for this election, and I'm still serving for our village. And I'm very happy, I'm very proud, and I would like to say continuous improvement to our villages. And some of these issues is not to be limited, I know this upgrading on the storm drainages is to prevent flooding and erosions to other villages in Asan and Memorial Park. And there's a lot of issues that we need to improve in our village. Maina, we have a lot of things that I've done already, clearing up the road, put up big, large trees, and also a reason why we're running for this is that I want to continue to complete the projects I'm doing. The community center at Wise is that it's under renovation right now. So the basketball court, now because the basketball court is almost done, lights are going up. I know because of this pandemic, what's going on, there's no sports going on. In fact, I'm trying and working out with DPW and Waterworks. They can start working more on the storm drains that we have issues right now. For Maina, the Frankie Bridge is dilapidated already. It needs renovation, new guardrails for Maina, and some with the limits hill, turn road. And again, I always what about beautification in our village and safety? We have the neighborhood watch program, and of course, I'm trying to.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Time's up. Let's go ahead and move along to Piti now, where we have a challenger to incumbent Mayor Jesse Alig, Frank Cabrera. Frank, you have 2 minutes to address the audience as a Piti Mayor candidate, starting now. Unmute.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Unmute. Frank, unmute. Yeah. And okay, all right. Okay, Frank, go ahead.
Hello, good morning. I wanted to say this morning because it's been raining. It's dampened my spirits a bit. I hate rain. It's too much. Anyway, I'm running against the incumbent of Piti Mayor because we have different perceptions of programs of what we want to do for our village. My focus would be on at least 4 things. One is addressing government and private impacts to our village. Number 2 would be like environmental, pollution. Number 3 would be diversifying our sports into other sports activities like into tennis, golfing, volleyball, etc. And number 4 would be to develop a kind of branding for my village, because other villages have kind of like for their village. Agat, for example, having a mango festival. Manila Doni Festival, Talafofo Banana Festival, Jigo, I think Citrus Festival. For PD, I like to develop a kind of like having the best community parks and develop that slowly into maybe a theme park, maybe grow it into like a Disney park, not as grand, but it'll be.
Thank you, Frank. Time's up, Frank.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Agamos. Mayor Alec of PD, incumbent Mayor Jesse Alec, you have 2 minutes to address the village starting now.
Thank you. Half a day to the beautiful people of PD. I want to thank you for allowing me to serve my first term as your mayor. I committed to you at the very beginning to build a culture of life in the community. And I believe that we have been successful by the work we have done for not only our Manhobin, our Manamko, but our families. And I look forward to serving you more and to doing more for you and for your families. Viva PT Pride. Thank you.
All right. I think, do we have Mayan? Yeah, Mayan has just jumped on here, and she's a candidate for Agat Mayor. So, Mayan, thanks for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get right into it and give you 2 minutes to address the audience with your opening statement starting now.
All right. Buenas and alpha day, everyone. Most especially to our Agat residents. I am Mayan Babalta Charfers, the sole Democrat candidate running for your mayor of Agat. I am also a resident of Agat with deep and long roots. I've worked at the village of Agat at the school for almost 20 years. And with that said, I've also have my husband who's a career military soldier of 37 years. I put myself out into this line.
Stand by, man. I'm sorry, Frank. Yes. Could you mute your microphone, please? Frank. Like thank you. Can you mute because you're talking over the other candidates? Thank you.
Okay. There's class going on in the background. My grandbaby's having class.
No, we had some stuff over here too. Go on, man. I'm sorry about that. I apologize on behalf of Frank.
Okay.
So continue. Go ahead.
Well, since I'm starting over, let me first of all apologize. I just got in from waving out there early this morning, and was it Mr. Frank CABRERA, rain or shine, I'm out there. So first of all, I want to introduce myself once again. I'm Mayan Babalta Charfers, the sole Democrat candidate running for your Agat mayor. To all my Agat residents, Biba Hagat, and I'm asking you for your support, your vote, to help me be your voice to make some improvements in Agat. I'm stepping up to the plate, not only because I am a former teacher, but because I truly believe that it's I'm at this point of my life where I have the responsibility to speak up for the community. I am not happy with the current situation, so I'm putting myself out there once again to all my former students, especially who I want to encourage and to impact their lives and the things that they do today. That this is just the beginning. Together we are stronger. Together we can. With me, Mayan, for Agat Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayan. Bree.
Start with questions.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you a better candidate than your opponents? Why should we vote for you or your constituents? We'll start with you, Mr. CABRERA. You'll need to unmute, please.
Unmute.
Mr. CABRERA, you need to unmute.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. It's I guess we just have different programs, and my programs, like I mentioned earlier, was like to develop a kind of branding for my village, PD. Address the government and private impact to our village, basically to diversify our sports activities, and not just in baseball, but into other sports activities like tennis, golf, and volleyball, and to others, and also basically to I think I said 3 or 4. of that. And you can ask me questions on how would I branding PD. I want PD to be to develop to be said that we have the best community parks, and then we could develop that further into maybe a theme park, and then the environmental impacts to our village. I mean, just recently, I think it was Friday or Saturday, when they had a beach advisory report mentioning that PD's beaches were polluted and not to swim in it. So how can we let our residents use our beaches and even tourists use our beaches if it's always this is a continuous thing? It's been more than 20 years that this has happened, and it's from all the way from Agana all the way down south to Mauricio, this economic advisory on the beaches. And this is basically the whole western side of Guam. So I try to find a solution, work with EPA and find a solution on how we can address the environment, how to clear up our beaches so that our residents, those who love swimming in the beaches can swim, and also tourist residents.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Time's up.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay. Okay.
And now your opponent, Mr. Jesse.
Mayor Alec.
Mayor Alec. What makes you a better
I feel I'm the best candidate, and because I love PT, I love the people, I love to serve, and I'm compassionate, I believe. And we may not always agree on a particular subject or point of view, but I'm always willing to talk and always willing to reason. So I feel that's really why it makes me the best candidate, because I feel like I'm compassionate and listening and making sure that I hear both sides of the story before I make a decision. But most of all, because I love PT and I love the people. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Let's stroll over to Asan-Maina. Is Mayor Frankie there? I thought I saw him earlier. He's not there? Yes. Okay, no, he's not in this chair.
No.
Okay, so, John, what makes you a better candidate than your opponents?
Well, I love Asan-Maina. I love the people in it. My 25 years of government service, my military training. I'm, of course, a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom. I'm an active member in the Nino Perdido Isagrada Familia Parish Council, and I believe all my leadership skills will help run the office of mayor.
Thank you. Michelle, what makes you a better candidate than John and the incumbent, Mr. Salas?
Hey, good morning. Thank you, Sabrina. Again, Michelle Hope TAITANO. I'm number 1 on the ballot for Asan-Maina Mayor, and I humbly ask for your vote up front. I am set apart. I've studied at UOG, GCC. I went to the States, been in the States for about 16 years, and I've had various backgrounds in business. I was a realtor in the States, and I was also a business owner and manager. And I had 12 stores in 8 states, and I was a forerunner in that and setting those stores up. And so that background, there's a lot of logistics as well as legal items that need to be sorted and researched prior to setting up a store in each of those states. So also I've worked in government here upon return back to the island, but I've been here a long time. I've served as a chairwoman of the Guam Parole Board, and I've done that for 11 years, and I did that gladly, joyfully for 11 years. Well, 8 of those were as chairperson, but I served as member for 11 years. I'm thankful. I love to serve, and I, again, love to help people. And also, I'm the district cabinet secretary for the Lions Club International. It's the largest service organization in the world. I'm active with that. And then also just being able to I've done so much public service since I've been back on island. I've done a couple of dance troupes or in the village a while back, and I like to start some youth programs, and then also address address our villagers' concerns. That's going to be the top priority, is listening to them and addressing their concerns and completing what needs to be done. Again, my name is Michelle Hope, title number 1 on the ballot. I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And now to, there you are.
All right. Incumbent Mayor of Asan-Maina, Mayor Frankie Salas, you have 2 minutes to respond to the question. The question is, what makes you a better candidate than your opponents in this mayoral election? Mayor Salas, your 2-minute answer period starts now. Please unmute.
Unmute.
Unmute, Mayor.
Unmute.
Mayor, you need to unmute. Press the unmute button on microphone on the Zoom. You're almost there. Yeah, just press. There you go. All right. Okay. So your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, again, thank you. And buenas noches. My name is Frankie Salas, mayor of the most beautiful village of Asan-Maina, to include Guadalupe and Limitsio. I'm running for this re-election to provide continuous improvement to our villages. Some of these issues include, but not limited to, upgrading our storm drainages to prevent flooding and erosions throughout the villages and the Asan Memorial Park. Resurface secondary road and install guardrail, especially in the village of Maina and Turner Road in Limitsio. Replace dilapidated guardrails on Fanti Bridge, water issues to part of Maina, as well as street lights. As you know, this next term will be more challenging due to this pandemic, compounded with the budget constraints our government is facing, but I will strive to find ways and other means by maximizing our resource to accomplish the required needs of our villages. So as you go out to vote, I humbly ask for your vote of confidence. Vote for me, number 1, on the Democratic Party. Most importantly, stay safe by wearing your mask, wash and sanitize your hand, and watch your social distance. Viva Asan-Maina! Viva Democrat! Wow. I am Frankie Salas, and I approve this message.
Thank you, Mayor. Sorry, guys, that Biba wasn't an endorsement. It's in my culture. When I hear a Biba, I got a Biba back. Next, Bree, or let's go to Agat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Agat, we'll go ahead and start with incumbent Mayor Kevin Siswico. 2 minutes to respond to the question, and the question is, what makes you a better candidate than your opponent? Starting now, Mayor.
Again, to my dear people of Agat, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve you this last term as your mayor, and of course my first term as your vice mayor. My experience here, I think, it speaks for itself. In my 5 years being here to serve our people, in order to serve the people in which you're getting ready to serve, you must first know your people. You must first know your village and what it's encountered with them. We have a lot of challenges. We have a lot of difficult projects and tasks, but there's not one of them that we were not able to forge ahead and to do together. We've had many different things and projects again, and the people of Agat's in my heart. I live, eat, and breathe for the people of Agat. I'm not a retiree. This is my bread and butter, and so every day I wake up to serve my people. And it's always been my honor. And I look forward again to serving you if given the chance. Of course, I'm the only Republican that's running. Please consider me with your vote, another vote of confidence, so that we can continue to deliver with our people the best services that we have already delivered in the past 4 years. Thank you again so much.
Thank you, Mayor. And we'll go with the challenger, Mayan B. Chapferis. 2 minutes to respond to the question, what makes you a better candidate than your opponent?
Okay, well, thank you again for that question. What makes me a better candidate? Well, first of all, as a military spouse for over 37 years and a dedicated and a proactive teacher for almost 20 years, this has been a part of my life. And with this life experiences that I bring to the table, it has not only brought me a wealth of skills and enthusiasms, but it has also helped me to successfully plan and execute programs that I've been involved in the past. These life experiences have not only molded me to who I am today, it is the driving force. It is the driving force that is impetuous for me to complete all the tasks for the village of Agat, regardless of how difficult and how challenging it is. It is now time that that I step up to step up my service to the people of Agat by utilizing all that I know, all the skills that I've encountered through my years of as a military spouse and an educator. And all these ability that I have to work with others that I've known through the years, they've also helped me to mold me to be this person I am today. So with all that said, this is going to help me move Agat so that it is a new and improved municipality of the village of Agat. And I am Mayor Babauta Charpers. And that's thank you for your question.
Thank you, Mayan. Vice Mayor of Agat, Chris Farron, what makes you a better candidate than your opponents? Starting now, you have 2 minutes, Vice.
Afade, Chris, first of all, I'm not better than my opponent. I'm not a better candidate. I'll leave that to the people to decide, and we'll base it on what was accomplished. And you know, it's always been my passion to serve the people of Agat. I've coached baseball since early 2000. I've led the youth from 13 to 15, 9 to 12 on the youth baseball. I've also introduced the Agat intramural basketball for our fiesta, which was a successful league. We've improved our basketball court. We've added the lights. Our Acacia Beach Park in Agat across the 76 gas station, which has been an eyesore, has finally come to light and is beautiful. So, you know, the accomplishments as a public service is not only for myself, and it's never been about myself. It's always been about the people, especially our youth. You know, when the schools call and they come up to me and ask to assist them with their tomorrow events, I'm always there. We get the staff on there, and it's about showing support to them. I ask you, the people of Agat, let you decide who's the better candidate. Come out and vote November 3rd. Vote. I humbly ask for your vote. Chris Farron on the Republican side. Thank you, and Jesus Masi.
Thank you, Vice. Bree, next question.
Okay, again. All right.
Oh, you want,
how will you, we're in COVID right now, how will you reach out to our island's Manumco and our youth during this time when taking into consideration social distancing and how we're supposed to stay apart? So what are your ideas? What do you plan on doing to make sure, you know, that those two groups are okay? And we'll start with in Piti.
Yeah, let's start in Piti with Mr. Cabrera, Frank Cabrera, who is a candidate for Piti mayor. Mr. Frank, you have 2 minutes to respond to Sabrina's question, starting now.
You'll need to unmute Mr. Cabrera. Press the little microphone. There you go.
I think you pressed it too hard.
Press it one more time, sir.
Press it one more time like this. And again. All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to develop an interactive programs between the Manumco mid-level, mid-level people and the youth through an interactive program. The senior citizens have a lot. You know, they've have experience. They've grown to adulthood, and they have a lot to share. The youth are going to school. They're learning all these new social interactive programs. So what I like to do is maybe have the youth kind of like teach the Manumco how to use email, and in return, in exchange, maybe the Manumco can teach the kids how to bake cookies, cake, to kamju, to grate coconut, to maybe throw a talaza, So I'd like to find what the Manangpos have and what the youth have, and we can share these things that what they don't have. I mean, they can, basically share and exchange.
Thank you. Jesse? Mayor Alex?
Well, so I'm excited because we've been working with our Manamco and our Manhobin throughout the pandemic. As an example, for May, our Manamco month, we actually had a virtual trivia, a Manamco trivia. So we keep in touch with them. You'll be surprised that Manamco do know how to email and do know how to Zoom and do know how to use Facebook Live. So we keep in contact that way, and we'll continue to do that. We continue to shop for them if they need groceries at the store so they're safe. We'll continue to purchase necessary supplies for them so that they're safe. And we have constant communication with most of our Manamco that need the assistance, the special assistance, especially those that are homebound and those that live alone, and of course those that are disabled. So we have constant communication, and we're always willing to help them for whatever they need, with whatever they need. As far as our Manahobin, I'm so proud to say that we're together with one of our teachers in PD. We're working on a community learning pod, and we're actually, we've actually started that last week. And so we can reach out, or we've been reaching out to our young people who need homework assistance and some mentoring. We'll continue to provide once AmeriCorps gets on board again this coming November, we'll continue to provide the mentoring and tutoring services that we have been providing for our young people who so desperately need just to talk to someone in these times. And so those are the ways that we're reaching out to our Manamco and our members. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's move on to Agat. We'll start with Challenger to the incumbent mayoral candidate, Mayan B. Charfris. Mayan, you have 2 minutes to respond to the question starting now.
Okay, so let me reiterate your question. You're asking what would I do in the situation we are with the pandemic. Am I correct?
Right. What programs do you plan to?
All right. So let me go ahead and share with you what I have in mind. So of course, as we all know, no one expected this pandemic. We're in the midst of a new norm of life. So I would like to start off by helping the community have a behavioral mind change. This mind change is in getting out there and being more fit by taking up more time to exercise, of course, with your distancing in mind, but having things like this where we not only have places for them to walk, but places that are bikeable. I would also like to see our community be more sufficient by growing their own backyard farm. At the school level, I'm an advocate of school to farm. I've worked really long and hard hours trying to get our kids to start up the gardening at our school. So with that said, why not take it out to the bigger community and have the parents, the home front, be the prime example to do this. We can't at this point, because of the limitations that we have and the unknowns of what we are dealing with, we are just going to have to remember our 3 W's. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and wash your hands. So with that said, at this point, we're all going to have to just be safe, follow what is needed to be followed with our guidance and our guidelines, and from there, we'll take it from there. But I do believe that we will get over this together, because together we are stronger. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayan. And we'll go now to incumbent Mayor of Agat, Mayor Kevin Siswico. Mayor, you have 2 minutes to respond to the question starting now.
Our office, Chris and Bria, have actually been working together with our Manamco, whether it's to deliver the food commodities to them, or whether it's us being with them as they come to the senior center on a daily basis to meet with us, to pick up their lunches, or even going down to as far as the youth, where the youth, whenever we have anything from the school, whether it's packets that need to be distributed, whether it's even the food from the school that needs to be delivered, we deliver that for them. And any call that comes into our office, whether it's for a senior or whether for a manamko or whether it's for the middle age, our office is there to already serve them. And we try our best. Because of the pandemic, we remind everybody to, of course, stay home and practice all social distancing. And our office is there to actually go out there and serve them. So we've been in contact with our seniors, we've been in contact with our youth, and we've been in touch with our community as a whole during this whole pandemic. And it's nice to see that, of course, our numbers are still at a low, but we still remind everybody that we can only get through this together if we're as one, and we're all practicing of course, all the CDC guidelines. So we have been in contact with them, and we continue to serve on a daily basis.
Thank you, Mayor. Vice Mayor Chris Farron of Agat, you have 2 minutes to respond to the question.
And I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the?
Yes, I can. If elected or re-elected, in your case, what would you do to better communicate with Manamko and the youth, given all the restrictions and protocols and risks that are in place because of the COVID-19 pandemic? 2 minutes, Vice.
All right, thank you.
Now, of course.
I don't think anybody was ever prepared for this. And, together we learn, together we will get through this. But everything in place, we've never stopped servicing our youth. We've never stopped servicing our Manamko. And, like the mayor said, we continue to serve our people. We of course follow our guidelines, be as safe as we can. And, we adapt to what comes our way. And that's just the island way. We're resilient people, whether we're Chamorro, Filipino, it does not discriminate. And this pandemic does not discriminate. We will continue to practice our social distancing and everything else that the CDC requires, but we will not stop servicing our people. Biba, God bless, and stay safe.
Thank you, Vice. Let's go down to Asan-Maina now, where we'll start with John GUMATAOTAO. John, you have 2 minutes to respond to the question, starting now.
All right, thank you. My goal is to ensure senior citizens have access to activities and programs not currently afforded to them at this community. Mayor Hoffman, for instance, has an awesome program. I'd like to bring that, learn from him and bring it to our village. With the youth for Asan, I would like to renovate the multi-purpose court, establish a permanent roof over it, so that way the kids can exercise and play basketball or whatever games they have indoors, especially during inclement weather. For veterans, I want to engage our veterans, especially since the Veterans Office is right here at home. I'll work closely with them to assist our veterans in Asan-Maina and also throughout the island with any updated information on their benefits. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Michelle Hope TAITANO, 2 minutes to respond to the question, starting now.
Today again, Michelle Hope TAITANO on the Republican #1 for Asan-Maina Mayor. Thank you, Chris. So the seniors, our Manamko, are very valued and very respected. So I like to, of course, keep in contact, close contact with them via different formats. I know some of them may have some internet and some may not. So whether it's through via telephone and or just driving up to their home and of course practicing social distance, wearing the mask, and actually see what their concerns are. What do they want? I mean, I would like to see more programs for them. But at this point in time, with this pandemic, which we don't know what's going to happen, I like to just kind of get a general consensus of a majority of what they want and then actually implement that. However, I'd like to, it was in my plan to go ahead and ask, provide those more interactive, more customer service oriented giving them, if they want to come down to the mayor's office or the community center to engage in a program or to go to another program that's nearby, then I would be able to arrange for that and give them that transportation. Especially those who don't drive. There are some who drive. They're still spry. Good for you, right? So doing that as well as being able to service the youth. Of course, the youth, I'd like to utilize more of the mayor's office right now to provide a tech room, which is basically a computer lab, and provide computers and of course have an internet so that the kids who don't have internet at home can be able to work online and learn more computer skills so that they can be able to
Thank you, Michelle.
do the
Time's
social
up.
distancing. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Frankie Salas, Mayor of Asan-Maina, you have 2 minutes to respond to the question starting now, Mayor. Unmute. Unmute. Mayor, unmute.
Okay, ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, my computer went out malfunction for a while. Anyways, thank you again. And yeah, of course, the Manamco, we always honor the Manamco almost every day. Practically, we will never forget them. Releasing numbers of this Manamco. But even that, even our community center, we're still serving, lunch plates for the Manamcons, some of the youth. For the past, I think 4 or 5 months ago, when we asked the Department of Education lunch plate passed out with the community, we do delivery in a social, we call that in our guidelines that we have to wear masks and of course gloves. And we have the Manamcos that we have is we have before this COVID, we have plenty of Christmas, the Manamco month that we celebrate before this COVID, and we always celebrate too for Thanksgiving and of course Christmas, and most likely we have these fiestas that we have in Asan and to include the Maina, and most likely the most important is this Manamco that anything with emergency like typhoon, I always have to make contact with them, especially if there's power outage. I have to prepare the generator to get them ready, especially if there are, we call that big patients when they need oxygen. These are the things that are very important because of this pandemic that we have. We cannot bring people in here and establish a gathering. And for now, we have this food drive-through commodities that we always receive. The second time, we have this.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
Time's up. Thank you, Mayor. Last bit of time here, mayors and vice mayors, candidates. We're going to get into your closing statements, and we'll each give you a minute to close and address the people of Guam here and the residents of your respective villages. And that 1 minute closing statement will start now. And we'll go ahead and start with candidate for Agat Mayor, Mayan B. Charfaris. 1 minute closing statement starts now, Mayan.
Question. I'm sorry. Can you reiterate that question? I have a 3-year-old sitting here. I'm sorry.
1 minute closing statement starts now.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. My people of Agat, I am Mayan Babauta Charfaris, the sole Democrat candidate running for your mayor. Please give me your one vote and help me improve Agat. Help me to be the voice for you. Together we can with Mayan. Please vote number 1 on the Democrat ticket. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayan. Appreciate it. If you're going to go ahead and leave since we are done, please grab some of the virtual.
Gooseria.
Oh, man, Jason made virtual Gooseria. Good luck with that, guys. I don't know if last time he made it, he mixed up the sugar and the salt, so. All right. Thank you, Mayan. And now let's move along to incumbent Agat Mayor, Mayor Kevin Siswico. Mayor, you have 1 minute to address your village, starting now.
Afadi, again, to my dear people of Agat, I humbly ask for your continued support on this coming election on the 3rd, to vote for me, to once again to come back and to serve you, our good people. And just as a reminder, we do have our annual Halloween extravaganza in which we are planning for. We'll be doing a candy run on Friday for the kids, so please be expecting that throughout the village. Again, I'm Mayor Kevin Suswiko. I look forward to serving you again. It's been my honor and my pleasure. Biba Hagat. Thank you.
Viva! All right, thank you, Mayor. Vice Mayor Chris Farron of Agat. You have 1 minute closing statement starting now. Vice.
Half a day, my people of Agat. Half a day, my people of Agat. I am Vice Mayor Chris Farron for your continued support this coming November 3rd. I ask to continue to serve you in the capacity that I have enjoyed for the past 3 years. Undang Kluna Jesus Maasi, maraming salamat po, and take care. God bless.
Thank you, Vice. Grab some virtual gooseria on your way out, okay, for the staff.
Thank you.
That's that. Okay, and now let's move on to Asan-Maina. Let's go ahead and give John GUMATAOTAO, who's running for Asan-Maina mayor, 1 minute closing statement to address the audience. John, your 1 minute starts now.
Okay, and thank you. Like I said, I love Asan-Maina and its people. I humbly ask on next Tuesday, November 3rd, I ask Tautao Asan and Tautao Maina to please vote for me, John GUMATAOTAO, number 2 on the Democrat side of the ballot.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Grab the gooseria virtual on your way out, okay? Michelle Hope, TAITANO, you have a 1 minute closing statement to the people of Guam starting now, Michelle.
All right, thank you. Again, Chris and Bree, KUAM, for putting this on, virtual Zoom for us to meet with the people for Asan-Maina, Guadalupe, and Nimitz Hill. I address you, I thank you, I humbly ask for your vote. I'm number 1 on the Republican ticket. Although I'm a Republican, woohoo, Viva Republican, I serve all people. So I humbly ask for your vote. And there's a lot of work to do. I'm a hard worker and I'm a public servant at heart. I love to serve and I love people as well. And we want to just be able to create more programs. And of course, keeping in mind with the COVID situation, staying safe. So please do stay safe, continue wearing your mask, social distancing, and hopefully in pray that the Lord will allow us to get out of this pandemic situation. Again, thank you so much. My name is Michelle Hope, TAITANO, number 1 on the Republican ballot for mayor of Asan-Maina. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And now incumbent.
Can I have some gojeria too?
Yeah, of course. You know, everybody can have the gooseria. It's for.
All right. Woohoo!
Yeah, but Michelle, please use the tongs to just sort of. Can we put the tongs there? So you're gonna have to grab it with the tongs, okay? It's like that video game. Remember the one you used to never win at the the claw. Okay, let's get back into it. That was kind of weird. Incumbent Mayor Frankie Salas, the mayor of Asan-Maina. Mayor Salas, you have 1 minute closing statement. Please unmute your microphone and address the people of Guam in 1 minute, starting now.
Okay, Buenas again. I'd like to say Buenas and affidavit to my village from Asan-Maina to include Agat and Nimitz Hill. Again, I would like to say I humbly ask for your vote. Vote for me on number 1 on the Democrat side. Don't forget to vote on, hello?
You're good.
Yes. Don't forget to vote me on number 1 on the Democrat side on November 3rd. And again, I will continue service again for our villages, and I'll looking forward to make it more better for our community, especially the safety, the beautification, and of course the erosions that we have. Let's work together again, and I'll continue the service for our village. And I'd like to say this coming Saturday we're having a Halloween drive-through here in Nassau Community Center. We're having candies and toys, please bring the family and join us. It's no social distancing, it's just a drive-through.
Thank you, Mayor. Time's up.
Thank you.
Okay, Mayor. Grab that gooseria. Make sure you say get some for the staff. And Michelle, there's still gooseria, right? Okay. All right. Okay, and again to our candidates from Asan-Maina, thank you guys so much for joining us in our KUAM Decision 2020 candidate forum. We go now to the village of Piti, where challenger to the incumbent, Frank Cabrera, is standing by, ready to unmute your mic, Mr. Frank, to deliver a 1-minute closing statement to the people. Starting now, Mr. Frank, go ahead.
Okay, I will be hopefully be passing out my flyer, saying more about me on either Wednesday or Thursday. But basically, I will be addressing, environmental pollution of our beaches in PD. Basically, relaxation, having leisure through development of community parks here in PD. Hopefully, I can get back the former USO park and develop another park. Basically, right now we only have 2 public parks, Santos Memorial Park and the Fish Eye Park. And people come and enjoy themselves. So I want them to increase their relaxation to further development of more parks in PD. Also, youth opportunities in other sports activities, in tennis, in golf, in soccer. Hopefully I can work something out with people who are into these sports activities and bring it to PD.
Thank you, Frank.
Okay, thank you so much, too.
Grab some gooseria on your way out, Mr. Frank.
Okay, I prefer.
That probably been, yeah.
Commentary is probably more exciting than the interviews. That's not part of my 1 minute.
No, it's not. You're not. I haven't started the clock yet, Mayor. Okay, 1 minute to close with your closing statement. PD Mayor Jesse Allig, and 1 minute starts now, Mayor.
Thank you again. So I really do want to thank the good Lord for this opportunity, because he truly has blessed me with not only a beautiful village, but a beautiful and a hardworking staff that makes everything possible. I want to thank the people of PD for their trust and their confidence in me this first term. I ask you for your vote to continue the work that we've started for our families, for our Manhobin, and for our Manumko. Thank you very much, and Viva PT.
Viva! Thank you, Mayor Allig. All of our candidates, good job. Good job. It's not always easy to put into words, but definitely I can sense a passion to serve your villages. And I'm all about anybody who wants to make the island better at the village level. See you guys.
Thank you. Good luck.
Well, there you have it. Agat, Asan-Maina, Piti. Candidates for mayor, vice mayor there. The ones you didn't see, they couldn't come, okay? So we ask everybody, you come, you come, you don't, you don't. Bree?
Right, so tomorrow we will continue our interviews with the mayoral candidates as we inch closer to the general election next week.